Oh, number 2, my gorgeous Cancer. Number 2 is your number when it comes to numerology. Like, oh my God. At around the beginning of this week, there are two people who are indeed going to get your attention. There are two people who are going to so inspire you. Oh my God. And what these two people are going to inspire you exactly about. It's about you knowing and clearly understanding, through these two people, what do you need to do? Through these two people, you are going to reconnect with yourself at such a high level, and you're gonna be reminded of instantly what do you need to do immediately. Do you understand what I mean? So these two people at around the beginning of this week are going to play such a big role in your life. They are going to make you to reconnect with yourself, and you're going to be reminded of, something that you have been so indecisive about for absolute ages. Okay, you have been so indecisive about this that you wanted to do, that you're going to be reminded of, so now you're going to be reminded of how indecisive you were about it for so long, and you're going to realize, exactly that you need to do something about it immediately. Do you understand what I mean? So two people are really going to play such a big role when it comes to your life right at the beginning of this week. They are going to inspire you instantly. You're going to reconnect with yourself, and you're going to be reminded of something that you wanted to do for absolute ages, something that you wanted to do for absolute ages. You're going to be reminded of this, and you were so indecisive about this, like, oh my God, for so long. So now the next step after this moment in time is you knowing exactly, the next natural step after this moment in time is you knowing that there is a compromise you are indeed going to need to make immediately. But now you're reaching such an important stage of your spiritual journey where you're gonna feel and be so surprised, so excited about it. And there is somebody who you're gonna speak to about it as well. There are a couple of people who you're gonna be speaking to about this as well. One of them is somebody who's very close to you, like a family member or a partner if you've got one, or like a very close friend. And another person who you're gonna speak to about this is also gonna be somebody official, somebody who is connected to exactly what you're trying to do right now, which exactly step you're trying to make right now, my gorgeous Cancerini. Indeed. So this is why this is going to be so important. The bottom line is you will know instantly which compromise that do you need to actually make in order to kind of get this going. And you will clearly understand, I'm not being funny, that this is going to be a hard work. And this is what was putting you off. I suppose this compromise was putting you off. The fact that that this is going to be a hard work, what you wanted to do, and also you're going to feel kind of so drawn towards all this. But at the same time, you're going to feel like, am I doing the right thing? I'm so excited. I'm following my inspiration. I'm doing something I wanted to do for absolute ages. I'm starting something I wanted to start for absolute ages. But it is still that uncertainty that it's going to be like kind of bothering you, because on one hand you're going to feel a little bit like it's such a hard work. This is going to be a hard work, and it's true, but the best things in life are hard work. Nothing in this life is ever easy, honestly. Nothing worth it, seriously, it's ever easy, so you will know that this is like going to be a hard work, and you're also going to feel a little bit powerless because It's to do with these uncertain efforts, still, when it comes to your life right now, when it comes to your future, but you are going to do the right thing. You're being guided by your higher self, my gorgeous Cancerini. Divine intervention right now is taking place. Okay, so that's why you're gonna feel so drawn to do this. That's why you're gonna feel so adamant to do this. There is a reason why you came across these two people at around the beginning of this week to start with. This is all for you. This is your life. This is your journey. They are there to remind you of what you really, really need to give your full attention to straight away. Your life is immensely going to change after this moment in time. Your life is going to become different, better, so much more colorful, and you are going to have so much more to look forward to. Through this process, you're going to realize so much about yourself. You're going to realize how much you've changed over the next 2 months. You're going to realize how much you've changed. And this is like a blessing, because every single time we realize how much we changed, a new door is going to open. We walk through this new door that opens, and we start expanding our horizons, and ultimately we get so much more out of this life. We get so much more out of this journey. It is so important always to try to do as much as we can in this life. Try to keep yourself busy, my gorgeous Cancerini, no matter what. You always keep yourself busy. Always keep going. Always investigate things. Always explore things. Always try to learn new things. Because that way you heal yourself and you get so much out of this life. Your eyes open. You go through things and experiences that just helps you to transcend, to elevate. You change, you grow, you evolve. You start seeing things from a completely different perspective. Do I need to say any more, my gorgeous Cancerini, how important this is actually going to be? So you will clearly understand that this is going to be a bit of a hard work, and it's going to be putting you off the fact that, there are going to be so many uncertain things on your mind, when it comes to your future, but you're still going to feel drawn towards it. Thank God. And you are really going to, maybe like a 1 day later or so, you are going to make such an important step already. You're going to do something major. You're going to make such an important step. You're really going to pleasantly surprise you. It's the beginning of you learning something. It's the beginning of you collaborating. It's to do with the beginning of some kind of collaboration. It's to do with the beginning of you learning something. It's about you exploring more, but now you're starting something official. Now you're starting something proper. Do you know what I mean? Listen to me very carefully. So the next, about 3 months of your life, you will be learning, you will be exploring, you will be collaborating, you are gonna meet a quite few new people who are about to enter your life, who are gonna be so beneficial when it comes to all this. Couple of them are gonna become like lifelong friends, okay? Friends that are going to stay with you forever. Couple of them you are gonna indeed reconnect with again. Oh, I said reconnect. Couple of the people that are gonna enter your path through this particular journey, you are going to reconnect with again from your past life. Do you understand me? These two people you are instantly gonna connect to, these two people you're instantly gonna start talking to, these two people you're instantly gonna get on with, these two people you're instantly gonna start chatting to, with these two people you're instantly gonna feel so relaxed, so good to talk about the most personal problems ever. These two people you know from from before. These two people you know from your past life, and when you meet them, when they enter your journey, you're gonna be like, oh my God, where have you been my whole life? That's exactly how you're gonna feel. And these are the beautiful things that happen once we find ourselves on this particular path, which is destined for us. And it's all gonna start with these two people who you're gonna feel so connected to, who are gonna remind you of what you wanted to do for so long, what you wanted to start for so long. There is this courage, energy, and power you're gonna get and gain through them. The moment in time you reconnect with yourself, the moment in time you make that compromise, the moment in time you realize it's a hard work and you're uncertain, but you're still going forward with it. You know, the next day, over the next couple of days, you're already gonna do something really specific. It's about making a certain move. It's about making a certain step. I can only describe this as such a bold move, baby. And this is gonna start this process, which is gonna last for like about for the next 3 months. And this is where you're gonna meet these new people. It's about you learning. It's about you finding out more about it. It's about you exploring. It's about this major preparation you're going to have. You're learning something and you're collaborating at the same time. And then you are gonna end up with this major possibility. Okay, major possibility, which is going to turn your life around in 3 months' time exactly. This major possibility is going to turn your life around, like, oh my God, the possibility at the end of this learning or whatever, once this comes to an end, you're gonna end up with this major possibility. This possibility is going to turn your life around. This possibility is going to change your life forever. This possibility in itself is going to be such an enlightening moment, because you're not going to be able to believe what's happening to you. And that's why I strongly recommend you to take this very seriously. You need to do something about it now. You need to act now. You need to take this very seriously. There must not be any doubt in your mind whatsoever, okay? And you see this, there is so much more to this reading. I started this reading for this week, but oh my God, this is like a one big mama. Sometimes it's impossible to make a reading just for 1 week. For example, look at this. I'm starting this reading for this week, but I'm telling you what's going to happen in 3 months' time exactly. You know, sometimes it's impossible to do for just 1 week, because 1 week there is so much more to this 1 week. Do you know what I mean? There is so much more to this 1 week. Now we are already like kind of 3 months ahead when it comes to like where this is going to be leading towards, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Very important for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. And you also need to understand that there is somebody who you're going to be so worried about in between the first part of this week and in between the midweek. Somebody very gorgeous in your life, a younger spirit, a younger soul, is being terribly misguided by somebody not really nice, by somebody very controlling and by somebody really dominating. And this already has crossed your mind, and there is something really specific that you're gonna hear this week, and please do something about it. Just say what's on your mind to this younger spirit, you know, a younger soul. You need to say what's on your mind. This person is going to be listening to you. This person may not kind of respond to it in the way, you know, you would want this person to respond, you know, straight away. But trust me, as long as you say something, you are going to plant this seed, and this person is going to come to you within the next few days, and they're going to tell you that you're absolutely right, because something else is going to happen with that person who's trying to control this person and terribly misguide this person towards something that it would be so bad for this person. So something is going to happen to that person who's dominating, controlling. That person is going to do something not really nice, and then this is really kind of going to be the bottom line, like, oh my God, this really needs to stop, you know. You really, that younger spirit is going to realize this themselves at that moment in time. Sorry, this is what I'm trying to say. That younger spirit is going to realize themselves at that moment in time, oh my God, that there is something wrong. But I'm not saying that would be the final it's only going to be the final, when that younger spirit is going to say goodbye to that person, it's going to be the final moment in time, which should happen. They should part their ways immediately, but it's only going to happen if you already say something. If you don't, that aspect is not going to take place, that aspect is not going to happen, and that younger spirit is going to carry on. Do you see what I mean? And it's like carrying on towards their own self-destruction. So no, baby, no. It is something indeed you would not be able to forgive to yourself, my gorgeous Cancerini, whatsoever. Okay, and also when it comes to the midweek, you are going to have a really beautiful, like a really positive and surprising experience, which is going to make you feel so spiritual, something really spiritual. There is going to be some kind of nature around you. You know, maybe it's going to be some kind of forest around you, maybe it's going to be some kind of water around you, like a river or a sea or something like that. You know what I mean? But you are going to have a really beautiful spiritual experience, and somehow I see you being connected to nature, or somehow I see you being somewhere around nature. And this particular spiritual experience you're going to have, something is just literally going to happen, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I know, I love spiritual things, I love spirituality. And you really now, right now here, you're going to reconnect with yourself on this spiritual level, for example. And now suddenly you're going to realize that there is something really specific you will want to do after that moment in time, but it's to do with spiritual things. You will realize that there is something really specific that you want to do, but it's to do with spiritual things indeed. You really need to follow your heart when it comes to this, because you're being guided. Once again, you're being guided, because something really unexpected is going to happen here. You know, the moment in time you go towards where you were guided towards, but it's about you doing something spiritual. This could be anything. It really depends what you like in terms of spirituality. Okay, and I can see you going to do this. I can see you going to do this, and then something very unexpected is going to happen, and you're going to realize, you know, something really unexpected is going to happen, and now suddenly you are going to realize that you really want to reconnect with the one particular person. One particular person is just going to pop into your mind just out of the blue, and you will really kind of realize, oh my God, you're going to feel a little bit guilty because you haven't spent enough time with that particular person. And then you're going to realize, well, oh my God, I really want to reconnect with that person. That person has done nothing to you. You have done nothing to this person. It's just that your lives just kind of drifted apart from one another, which is nothing unusual. You are having this sacred moment. This person is meant to be in your life, and that's why you're going to be reminded of this person, and you're going to be thinking like, oh my God, this is so weird, I'm being reminded of this person. You know, and then later on you're going to be chilling out, you're going to be relaxing, you're going to have your moment, maybe you're going to be meditating, I don't know, it's going to be like for a few minutes you're going to completely forget about the world, you're going to forget about your problems, and now suddenly you are really going to become so firm about, you know, meeting this person here. And once you meet, you know, you're going to have such a beautiful, such a pleasant, such a positive experience. You know, you're going to be so glad that you went to meet with this person, for example, and this person is going to really have an instant beautiful impact on your life. This person is going to remind you of who you are. This person is going to remind you of what you are so great at. This person is really going to remind you of your dreams. This person is going to remind you of your visions. This person is going to remind you of your passion, and this person is going to play a big role when it comes to you becoming passionate about your life again. This big mama is meant to be in your life. I don't know what else to say. Seriously, when someone makes you feel like this, when someone makes you feel this way, I mean, come on. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, such a pleasant surprise, baby. Something really bad is about to come to an end. It's about this news or message that you are going to have. Oh my God, this is really going to pleasantly surprise you. It's all going to start with this news. It's all going to start with this message. much. Oh my God, you're really not going to expect this whatsoever. Something nasty, something dark, something really heavy and something really negative, it came to an end. And now you will be so happy because of two reasons. On one hand, something nasty, something negative, something dark has come to an end. But on another hand, now you're gonna be able to instantly, you're gonna be reminded of the decision that you couldn't make, that means to you so much because of this. And now that's the second thing why you're gonna be so excited, because you're gonna be able to make this decision you weren't able to make before, and you are really gonna jump out of your comfort zone. You're gonna open your mind, and this decision that you wanted to make, it's something that you were determined to make for so long, and this decision is going to turn your financial situation around, my gorgeous Cancerini. Whichever decision you're gonna make here, oh my God, do not hesitate this whatsoever, because it's going to turn your financial situation around. It's gonna be brilliant for you financially, and you're gonna achieve something major, something that lots of people are not able to achieve through their lifetime. This is gonna lead towards a major victory, towards this major recognition, towards this major achievements, and also towards the beginning of one of the most beautiful transformation of your life. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. Let's just see, my gorgeous Cancerini, what is going to be a tarot card of the week. You see, now I'm going to take this off, and I'm worried that I'm not going to remember to put my microphone on, but I am, because I do that ever so often. There you go. Cressida, what are you doing, my darling? Okay, so now you see this is what fell. Page of Pentacle, Page of Coins. Look at this. This is what it fell, my gorgeous Cancerini. So, at the end of the day, whatever, as I said, you feel drawn towards to do, whether it's whether you want to learn something, whether you want to explore something, whether you want to find out a little bit more about something, no matter how silly or how weird or how serious or how, whatever it may feel, this is your sign that, you need to explore this no matter what, because it's going to lead towards like a really, really sacred destination that, very soon it's going to give you a reason to celebrate, to have a party where you're going to invite me on as well, so I can do some karaoke. You can imagine me, you can just imagine me. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a Tarotina Cardina of the Weekina. Let's just see. Ooh la la, well, there you go, baby. The beginning of a beautiful change in your life. There is a reason why you are gonna start seeing things from a completely different perspective from the beginning of this week. Your life is changing. Your life is evolving. Your life is transcending. What was holding you back, it will not be holding you back anymore. What was scaring you, it will not be scaring you anymore. What was preventing you to move forward with your life, it's not going to be preventing you to move forward. Oh my God, only this week you are going to wake up and you're going to realize some major, major, major possibilities right ahead of you, right in front of you. Your life is about to turn around. That's why I'm not surprised that you are going to start understanding things you weren't able to understand before. Oh my God, my gorgeous Cancerini, open your mind, baby, because you've got so much to look forward to. Hello, my gorgeous people. I'm so excited to finally share something I've poured a lot of intention into. I've created the Ritual Mug collection 3 absolutely beautiful mugs designed for your sacred mornings, tarot sessions and daily rituals. First up is the High Priestess Brew, which is perfect for connecting with your intuition and centering your energy before a reading. Then there is a full moon fuel, a lunar inspired mug for aligning your energy with the moon's cycles. And for those powerful go-getter mornings, there is Sip Your Strength, designed to help you step into your courage and purpose. These aren't just mugs, they're intentional tools to bring energy and magic to your day. You can shop the full collection right now. Just tap the link in the description or click the card up here to explore all 3. Thanks so much for supporting what I create, and I can't wait to see which one calls to you. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.